What Lonzo thinks is a wide-ranging, free-flowing discussion where I offer my unsolicited views on everything from music, movies, politics, sports, religion, pop culture, you name it. If it's happening, I'm talking about it. My thoughts are unsolicited, and I don't give a damn. All right, and I'm back with special guest, Jay Wade's son. What's the business?
Yo, I am here on this beautiful overcast Sunday, ready to speak.
How can it be beautiful if it's overcast?
I like the overcast weather. I like it. In fact, the only thing that would make it better is if it were raining. If we were in a thunderstorm, I would love that. As long as I don't have to be out there in it, I'm okay.
Mr. Gloom and Doom, okay.
That's my life.
Hey, it's raining, yay!
Yeah, pretty much. I love it. I actually do really like the rain.
I do too. If I'm not driving in or whatever, if I'm not in it, the rain is fine. You know what I mean? I love. I like cloudy days myself when it's cold. Yeah. I prefer cold to summer at any time. So I'll be retiring to Alaska and chase my bears. What?
I feel like you would not be enjoying that.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, because I don't like bears.
Bears, that's what it is. Bears. How about the constant nighttime, basically?
That don't bother me. As long as I don't have to drive in it, I'm good. That's fine.
You will have to drive it eventually, because Alaska. I think Alaska is like nighttime for about half a year.
Literally. Yeah. But I'm saying if I retire to Alaska, then really my only thing I would have to do is like go to this to the store or whatever and get some groceries and take my black ass back home. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna move to Alaska to be active. Going hiking and shit. Come on,
but you're right.
I ain't white.
Well, man. Anyway,
out there trying to feed the bears and shit. Ooh, he's so cute.
Are the bears in Alaska just hanging out? Like you just go and like fight them? Can you do that?
I don't know. A friend of mine used to live in Alaska, and she said she like never saw a bear. She lived in Anchorage and never saw a bear. But I watch, but I'm fascinated by bears, and I watch, all those like nature shows and shit and stuff about bears attacking folks, and I always seem to get attacked in Alaska and Montana and Idaho and Wyoming and British Columbia. Places that black folks have no business being in the first place. So
that's ridiculous. The thing about it, though, those people who get killed by bears is the fact, they go and seek out the bears, and they're the ones thinking that the bears are going to be their friends, like they can tame them or they can pat them on the head and it's going to be a love affair, and that's when they get destroyed. It's just people who don't have common sense, like. A bear is not going to be your friend. In fact, no wild animal is going to be your friend. Don't
Ever.
go out there and act like, hey man, I can go and hang out with this bear. This bear's going to be my pet. We're going to love each other. I mean, have you seen? There's a video that's going around on the internet where there's a bison walking through the road like in Yellowstone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bison just walking, and it stops traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And people, nobody's driving, and people are taking video of it. And this bison's going very slowly, and it's like growling and stuff. I feel like in the video you don't see anybody do anything to the bison, but I have a fear that people are dumb enough to try to touch the bison, like touch him or. Worse, hit the bison, because there was a story recently here in Georgia where somebody slapped a zebra at a zoo.
Who slapped the zebra? George Jefferson?
It's just some guy, like some dude. He did it for the gram. He slapped a zebra on camera, and I think he got arrested for it. And so,
what did the zebra do?
I don't. The zebra was dumbfounded.
It's like, fuck.
So
you ain't a lion.
I mean, it probably like scarred him for life. But I remember that, and I'm thinking somebody probably tried to slap the bison too, and probably got taken out. I don't think a zebra can. I mean, a zebra probably can kill you, but you're in grave danger if you hit a bison.
Yeah, a bison can fuck you up. They got them horns and they big. They weigh a ton. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean more than a ton, like more than like a car.
See, see, folks watch Dancing with Wolves and shit when the buffalo like running from the Indians. Nah, they will attack your ass. You know, yeah. And that's the funny thing, man. Like, like you see, like, videos on YouTube or whatever where like a bear, like, approach somebody and supposed to be like, hey bear. And the thing that pops into my mind is always this, man. A bear don't know that it's a bear. A bear don't know what the fuck a bear is.
Right.
That's something that we gave. That's a name that we gave to the bear.
Yeah. We
call it a bear. You know what I mean? A bear has no concept of what a bear is. So when you say, hey bear, it's like they don't know what the fuck you're saying. They don't understand you.
Right.
That just bogs my mind, man.
What they do understand is, hey, this is a person. Either you're going to feed me, or I'm going to feed myself by eating you.
Exactly, because if you run, they're going to associate you with prey, and they're going to chase your ass down. And bears run really fast. You can't outrun a bear. You know what I mean?
People think that bears are slow because they're big.
Yeah, no, they will hawk your ass down. You seen the video of the one where he's chasing the deer?
Yeah.
And the deer gets caught up in the bushes or whatever, and he chases him down?
Yeah.
A bear will run your ass the fuck down.
So sad.
And they can climb trees like it's nobody's business. So you can't climb up a tree and be safe from a bear. He will run up that tree like he's running on pavement.
Right. That's what they do. People just don't understand. People have a romanticized. I mean, that's the weird thing about like the teddy bear,
Yeah. Polar bears, they're cute, like the Coke commercial,
Yeah.
Come on, the fuck out of here.
Or the Berenstein Bears, or the
Barney Bear,
the bear from
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh, oh yeah. And there's a story behind Winnie the Pooh, and a story behind like the teddy bear, like as to why these things became cuddly, creatures you want to like lay in your bed with. But fallacy.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're out there listening, white folk, because I know black folks ain't fuck with no bears. So if you're out there listening, white folk, if you see a bear, don't try to pet it. Don't try to feed it. It does not know that you're trying to be nice and friendly. All it knows is I'm hungry. I just came out of hibernation. Haven't eaten in 3 months, and I see you, and you're my next meal. Okay?
But one thing, though, is
what?
You can befriend a bear in some ways. If you actually leave food out for a bear, the bear will come back to you every day and expect the food. Yeah. But that doesn't mean it's your friend. It means I can get food from here.
Yeah. And if it's not there, you're going to take it out of your ass. Believe that.
Yeah.
No more food, bear. Oh, you think? Bring your ass.
And, to some extent, cats are like that.
Oh, really? They'll eat you?
Leave out,
they'll attack you?
Yeah. If you leave food out for a cat, I guess it depends on the cat. But if you're, like, feeding a cat every day, and then you don't take it in as your pet, and then it keeps coming back to you and you're not feeding it, it will attack you.
Well, a cat I can deal with. I think I can survive a cat attack. But a bear attack, not so much.
I don't know. Cats are poisonous.
I don't know.
Poison
but
poison scratch.
Yeah, but a bear will peel your skull.
Well, there's a difference, yes.
Yeah, a huge difference. So, more of the story is, folks, if you're out there listening, thank you for listening to What Lonzo Thinks, first of all. You know what I mean? And if you're out there in the wilderness, like I said, just be cognizant of your surroundings. And if you see a bear cub, go in the other direction, because if there's a cub, mama is not far away. Okay? Don't be like, ooh, there's a cute little cub, and try to play with it. No. Okay? No. That's a guarantee that you will get mauled to death. Because a bear mother is very, very protective of his cubs. Okay? So, that what?
That goes for most, baby animals.
Yeah. Like, lion cubs are very cute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Even birds.
Yeah.
Birds will come and peck your brain out. you're trying to do something to their nest. That's the sound they make.
Yeah, that mama hawk will get on your ass.
Oh boy, I'm afraid of hawks.
You should
I
be.
run away from them when I see them in the air.
Yeah, they're huge too.
Yeah.
All right, man. We're way off. We're digressing, man. We haven't even gotten started yet.
We haven't gotten started.
So, listeners, if you're out there, just fast forward to about 10 minutes. Cut out all the bear talk. All right, because
traffic on Sunday is over.
Exactly. And so today's topic is several months ago we started our series evaluating the number one hit songs of the 80s, who deserved to have a number one hit and who didn't deserve to have a number one hit. So we're basically going through each number one hit song throughout the entire decade of the 80s. So we made it quite a ways and we cut it off. So now this is part 2 of the 1980s, who belonged and who didn't belong, who didn't deserve to have a number one hit. We had left off with Kim Carnes' Betty Davis' Eyes. That was from May of 1981. So, and Betty Davis' Eyes was number one for 9 weeks. So next on the list, so basically what we're going to do is go through every song and just briefly give our opinion on whether or not that song deserved to be a number one song, whether or not the song sucked, or whether that was a great song, or whatever. Just give our quick snapshot opinion of each song and the artist, and then move on, and we'll just do it until we exhaust ourselves, and then we'll stop and probably have to do part 3 in another 8 months. All right. You ready, man?
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, if you are a Donald Trump supporter, fuck you and your mama. All right.
Indeed. This is, oh, man, why'd you say that?
I'm sorry, man. I had to drop a nugget, okay? I had to go there. Okay.
The only thing I want to say is this.
What?
We are at a point now where if you support Donald Trump, you don't have a heart. Like, you honestly have no heart.
Yes, you're a vapid, soulless vesicle.
Yeah, not even that. You are, wow. We are in a pandemic that will not end, and we don't have leadership to help us get out of it.
It is what it is. Okay?
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
They're dying. It's true. But
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But we're controlling it the best way that we can. As much as we can control it. I think we've done a tremendous job.
And I'm going to play golf. I got a tea time. Fuck y'all.
And I'm going to take some photos with some Goya beans.
Exactly.
Lord.
Yeah. All right. That was our second public service announcement. I promise you, we're gonna get on topic right now. I promise you.
Let's do it.
So if you're my listeners out there, thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging with me. I know we digress from time to time, but thank you for sticking with us. Now we're gonna get to the subject. All right, here we go. All right, June 20th, which is the day for my birthday, because I was born on June 21st. I wasn't born on June 21st, 1981, but I was born on June 21st. Anyways. Stars on 85, and that was the name of the group, and the song is called Stars on 45. Stars on 45 was like a medley, basically. It was like this Swedish group who like did a medley of popular songs, and they turned that into a number one hit song. Obviously, it was a novelty act, one hit wonder, and this song fucking sucked. I don't like medleys anyway, and this song fucking sucked. And obviously, that was the only hit song they ever had and never to be heard from again. So, hell no, they did not deserve to have a number one hit song. Go.
I guess I'll agree with you. The only thing that I'll say is I kind of like the disco groove. It's not like any of it was spectacular. But the way that they did these songs, I give them some credit for it. It's different, kind of groovy. Other than that, yeah, I wouldn't say that a long medley is worth being a number one hit. Yeah, so. But people liked it, whatever.
And on top of that, man, they're fucking Swedish, man. I bet, their names were like Inga and Sven.
Well, hey, there's a lot of good Swedish talent, like, really.
ABBA.
ABBA, yeah.
backwards and forwards. It's spelled the same fucking way.
You know, I'm having a hard time thinking of anything now. But
Yeah, name a Swedish group besides ABBA.
I think there's a group called The Knife. I think that they're Swedish.
They had a hit. They had a hit song.
No, not like a #1 Billboard hit, but I'm just saying, like, you know, there's talent everywhere. So.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what are the odds that one of the members of this group was named Sven?
Well, you know, I think Sven's maybe like might be like the Jeff of Sweden, you know.
Yeah, and Inga and
like,
Sven.
You know, Karen.
Now, I bet they were like blonde and pasty white.
Probably.
Yeah, but they were very fine people.
Very, very fine people.
Very fine
both
people.
sides.
All right. Well, at least but they weren't Norwegian.
They weren't.
They were from Norway, so.
Norway that's what we want, though. We want more Norwegians over here.
Exactly. You know, that's the turning point. That is what will make America great again. More Norwegians.
That's right.
All right. That being said, next up, from July of 1981. By the way, Stars on 45 was #1 for 1 week, followed by Air Supply, the one that you love, for 1 week. Air Supply was this duo from Australia. They had like these sappy ballads from the early 80s, and I absolutely despised Air Supply. And see, the thing is, like, a group like Air Supply, if this group came together in 2020, they would never get a record deal. I mean, you know, these guys, man, they look like freaking nerds who, the singing voices weren't all that great, and the song was just sappy, just syrupy, just white folk ballads. So hell no, they deserve to have a #1 hit. Fuck them. Go.
I would parrot everything you said, just maybe not in such a harsh tone. You know, Air Supply is they're the epitome of what you'd call adult
Contemporary.
Contemporary
Yeah.
rock, if you even want to call it that. Not for me. Never has been my style of music. You know, you can tell from like the way they looked and like the album covers, their logo. I mean, it's just nobody wants it. And they call it Air Supply. I mean, that sounds like.
Yeah. It sounds like they look like they sound like that.
Exactly.
It totally fits the name of the group.
Yeah, and notice I'm not even like talking about the song itself because
who gives a damn?
The only thing I can say is that Air Supply was, you know, not a good band, and even if they were considered good, they're not my style of music. And I just, you know, this came out in 1981. I was not even 1 year old yet. 1 year old. So like, I don't think I liked this song ever. I don't think I could say I liked it.
You know what?
One that you love.
I don't think Air Supply even liked the fucking song. They'd be like, man, fuck this shit. Yeah, yeah. Can't believe I sang that shit. Yeah, Air Supply. You know what? The only time you're gonna ever hear this song is if you're sitting in the dentist's office reading People magazine, waiting to get called to the back.
Exactly. Exactly. You got it. This is that kind of music. You know, very inoffensive, very light and airy.
Saccharine.
Yes, that's that type of music. Just you know, you put it on and really don't pay attention to it.
Yep, and then the door opens. Mr. Anderson. Thank God.
Again for the next 45 years.
Exactly. So
no, they didn't deserve to have.
No, they did not. So if you're out there, Air Supply guys, if you're still alive, you're out there listening, fuck both of y'all.
You know, you're always really harsh with that. Like, you know, they're people. They
fuck them.
They deserve to have lives. They deserve to have lives. They're good people, I'm sure.
Fuck them and their offspring. Okay.
Okay. Very good.
All right. Next up is another Australian, Rick Springfield, Jesse's Girl. It was number one hit for 2 weeks, August of 1981. Now, finally, an Australian who is good. Okay, Rick Springfield. He was an actor. He was a soap opera actor, also a singer. And Jesse's Girl was one of the biggest hits of 1981. It's a great song. It's a great 80s pop song. You know, with a catchy premise, a catchy tune, a catchy chorus. I mean, there's very little about this song to dislike. And Rick was he had that rock star look. So everything about this song really kind of fits 1981. And Rick in that persona at that time with that song, everything was just absolutely spot on perfect. So, Jesse's Girl definitely deserved to be a number one song. And I think it's a song that if it was redone in 2020, it would still be a top 40 hit. Go.
I don't have the super high praise for it that you have, but it's a decent song. It is catchy. It is an interesting sentiment. A guy's pining for another guy's girlfriend, basically.
That is so 2020.
Yeah, it really is.
I can see if they did the video for this song in 2020. It'll be like on Tinder, or whatever. They'd be hooking up or something. You know what I mean? He'd be trying to, he'd be texting her and shit on the DL.
Yeah, it would probably be a lot more risque.
Yeah.
It would be like, and we hooked up, and and we not only did I want Jesse's Girl, I took Jesse's Girl.
Exactly, and put that shit on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take a picture of a butt naked body and post that shit.
And Jesse was my best friend, and now we hate each other.
Yeah, you will tag his ass and everything.
And it's very sad, but pining for someone else's girlfriend is something that
that's American. Pining for somebody else's woman is American. That's about as American as you can get.
Yeah. Well, really, it's kind of that's as human as you can get.
Yeah. Yeah.
So. It is relatable in some ways.
Yeah.
And it's catchy. It's interesting. It's a bouncy little rock song. I would say this was it's deserving of a number one, I would say. Yeah.
Trivia. Okay. The guy that played Jesse in the video, who had the girl that Rick Springfield wanted, is an actor by the name of Steve Anton. Steve Anton starred in one of the greatest movies of the 80s, one of the greatest teen movies of the 80s that I love to death, The Last American Virgin. He was the guy in The Last American Virgin who treated the girl like shit that the other boy was in love with, and then she took him back even though he treated her like shit. Anyways, and Steve Anton, the guy who played Jesse, and also the guy from The Last American Virgin, is gay.
Okay.
So how ironic is that? Okay.
I'm sure they played that up.
What?
I'm pretty sure that had something to do with it.
Maybe. I don't know. But it's just kind of, that's just like, some that's an 80s fun fact that you would see on pop-up video. So.
So if anybody remembers that.
What?
If anybody remembers
If anybody remembers pop-up video, which was so fucking addictive. Pop-up video is one of those shows where if you're flipping channels in its zone, you stop, and next thing you know, it's 30 minutes later.
However, I'll tell you this.
What?
Pop-up video got very annoying to me.
Why?
Like, it was fun for a while, but it got very annoying to me because it seemed to be like the type of thing that they put people on there to, they show videos and things, and they're like, the express purpose of it is to make fun of people, not just to give like actual facts. Whenever they do like those marathons of pop-up video, and then like I love the 80s and stuff like that, it's just the point of it is to make fun of things. And a lot of times you're on there for the facts, and you want to know like interesting things about it, but you're not making fun of it. It's not like this is bad music. This is just interesting stuff.
Yeah, fun
I don't, I
facts.
don't,
Yeah.
I don't think everything has to be comedy.
Yeah, but there were fun facts though. I always like watching pop up video. Just oh, I didn't know that, or wow, just song facts.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it had its merits. Yeah, afterward like okay, I'm switching this shit. But yeah, but for a good 30 minutes, you can watch it and be like, damn, okay, 30 minutes went by like that.
Yeah.
All right. Next up from August of 1981 is "Endless Love" by Diana Ross and Lionel Richie. Okay, this song was a huge hit. It was number one for 9 weeks. It was the theme song from the movie "Endless Love," which starred Brooke Shields, who was like one of the most popular young teen idol actresses at that time. And to me, Diana Ross and Lionel Richie, "Endless Love," they were like the black version of Air Supply. Because this song is sappy and saccharine, and if you take Lionel Richie and Diana Ross, okay, and replace them with the guys from Air Supply, you got the same fucking song. Go.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. It is the black adult contemporary rock music. In fact, you wouldn't even call this rock. Like, you could call Air Supply rock to some extent. This is
It's not R&B.
No, this is not R&B.
No, they're just black.
They're just
they happen to be black.
singing a ballad.
Yeah.
So, I have respect for Diana Ross and Lionel Richie.
Me too.
But on this song, I can do without it. I can see why people would like it. I think people put this kind of music like in their weddings and stuff like that. And,
yeah.
And they dance to it. Oh, baby, I love you. But this is not I don't see how anybody can just sit and listen to this song or sing the words to it. Some people, maybe, not me. I can see how it could be number one. Is it a good song that I think should be number one? No, but I can see how it could be. But yeah, Black Air Supply. That's how we'll call it. Yeah.
Two hearts that beat as one. The fuck.
Sing it.
Oh, by the way, the song was better than the movie. Okay, so the song did deserve to be a number one hit. It was better than the movie, and they actually remade the movie. Now the movie sucked. I didn't like it. It sucked ass. But they actually did a remake of this movie a few years ago, and that version of the movie was even worse than the one from the 80's. Wow. And they didn't redo the song, thank God. But just for context, "Endless Love," the song was better than both of the movies. All right.
Good.
Next up is Christopher Cross with Arthur's Theme, the best that you can do from the movie Arthur. I've talked about Christopher Cross before, and I'm gonna say it again. And this same thing goes for Air Supply, whatever. If Christopher Cross was a singing artist in 2020, he would never get a record deal. And if he did get a record deal, because he was like on American Idol or some shit like that. Okay. This dude, Christopher Cross, if you're out there listening, back in the 80's when you were doing your music, did you have a pulse? This dude, it's like, had no charisma whatsoever. Nothing in the music business. If you want to be a star in the music business, one of the things you got to have is charisma. Folks got to fucking like you. They'd be like, okay, I can't wait to see this dude. You know what I mean? You got to have some sort of magnetism about yourself to be a star. You know what I mean? And this dude is like a big ass donut on the stage, man. He was like a Mr. Potato Head. You just make him you just mold him whatever you fucking want in, and it still would be a lump of clay.
Wow.
Yeah. The movie Arthur was all right. It starred Dudley Moore and Liza Minnelli, and the song was decent and everything. Yeah, I say it did deserve to be a number one hit. Yeah, but Christopher Cross, if you out there listening, man, why? Go.
I think Christopher Cross was the guy who wanted to become a star based on his skill and his talent rather than his personality or charisma. I don't know. I just know he also was adult
contemporary
oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this song, I don't know it, quite honestly. Uh, I'm sure I've heard it because I've seen the movie Arthur. Uh, I remember the movie being about an alcoholic.
Yep.
But uh, what I remember about the music from that movie is that it's not my style of music. So I can't really speak on the song so much, but I can probably tell you that I don't feel that it should have been a number one. But hey, let's call it NA because I do not know.
Trust me, you ain't missing nothing. And my listeners out there, if you never heard the theme from Arthur, don't bother. I mean, you're not going to get anything redeeming from it. So, I mean, unless you're just curious. Other than that, pass. All right.
Yeah.
Next up is from November of 1981, Hall and Oates with Private Eyes. Now this is a duo who did it right. Okay, Air Supply, you should have taken some notes from Hall and Oates because these guys had personality. Okay, made great music. They were a great fusion of pop and soul. They were a group where if you heard them for the first time and you didn't know anything about them, you'd be like, are they black? Are they white? I can't really tell. You know what I mean? These dudes, they were on top of the music world in the early 80s. They were one of the biggest groups in the world. And the song Private Eyes was a great pop song. So, yeah, it definitely deserved to be number one. And Daryl Hall and John Oates go down, I think, as the greatest duo. I can't think of a pop rock duo in the history of music that were better than Hall and Oates. Were there? Am I missing out on something or somebody?
At this very moment, I can't come up with anybody.
They are legends. Yes.
Maybe I can think of. I can't think of anybody at this very moment.
I can't either. McFadden and Whitehead. Ain't no stopping us now.
Tommy and Cream.
Golly and Cream. You don't know. Think about it. It wasn't. It's not a duo out there, man.
I don't know. I have to think about it.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
I agree with you. Yeah, Hall and Oates, pretty awesome. They made some really good music, and very talented guys made good music. Private Eyes is a fantastic song. Pretty much anything they put out was destined to be a hit, and for good reason. Absolutely number one, and a deserving one. Looks like it was only at the top for 2 weeks, which is,
amazing.
I mean,
yeah,
it's respectable.
Yeah.
So, absolutely, I'm down with the song.
Absolutely. All right, next up is from November. Private Eyes got knocked off the top spot by Olivia Newton-John with Physical. Now, Physical was the biggest hit. Actually, it was the biggest hit of the 1980s. It spent more time at the number one position than any other song in the 80s. 10 weeks at number one, and it definitely deserved to be at number one. It was a huge hit. It was a great pop, song. The song had a lot of energy. Once again, the singer, someone who had, who was popular at that time. She had the looks. She had the voice. Everything about this song just kind of came together. And this is Olivia Newton-John's signature song. So she was riding at the height of, she was very popular during this time because of Grease and everything. So she was a huge star at this time. So everything just kind of came together on this particular song. This was during the workout craze of the early 80s where everybody was like, wearing leotards and going to the workout clubs and the spas and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So if you're old enough to remember this moment in the 80s where everybody was like health conscious and everything, that is what spurred this song. And so it definitely fit the time that it was in. Would it be as big a hit today? Doubt it, but it definitely did deserve to be a number one hit. And Olivia Newton-John, she was gorgeous. So even back then, Sandy Olsen, she was gorgeous, and I loved looking at her in her little leotard. So go.
Yeah, that's a pretty good song. Dancey little pop song. you can read into what she's talking about, and it's got a little somewhat humorous video of exercising, and she's not talking about exercising, but the physical workout in the video really.
She was talking about she was talking about being in an entanglement.
Right, entanglement, huh? But let's not talk about that.
Let's get entanglement.
Let's not do that.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Oh man. Yeah. So what she was actually talking about didn't necessarily coincide with the video, but it was it was tongue in cheek humor in it, and I'm sure people were lusting after her and the leotard and the leg warmers and such. And the song itself, again, it's a nice little pop song, very dancey, and she was known for these types of songs as well as ballads, and cashing in on her singing skill as well as her appearances in movies and musicals and things like that. Yeah, this was nice. Did it deserve to be at the top for 10 weeks? I don't know, but I don't hate it. And people do like this song to this day because like you said, this is her signature song. People know it and people like it. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say, "Oh man, that song sucks." People like the song, and I think it's nice. So, thumbs up.
I agree, 100%. No, the only criticism I have for Olivia Newton-John in this video and everything is that she had like no ass whatsoever. Typical white woman, no ass whatsoever, just flat.
Well,
Okay, just flat, straight, just ironing board.
Maybe she was doing squats in the video.
Yeah, she needed Olivia. You should have worked on the glutes.
Wow. Maybe she did. Maybe that's what I don't know. I haven't seen her lately.
Yeah,
Maybe she worked on that.
Yeah, she need to work on the glutes. Okay. All right. Next up is Daryl Hall and John Oates again. So they got sandwiched. Well, physical got sandwiched. No pun intended.
Okay.
Physical got sandwiched by Hall and Oates. And the number one song, it was the first number one song of 1982, and that was "I Can't Go For That, No Can Do." And this is one of Hall and Oates' most popular songs, especially with black folks. It's one of their signature songs. And this is a song that, once again, I'm telling you now, if you're an alien from the planet Neptune and you just landed on Earth and the first song you hear is "I Can't Go For That" by Hall and Oates, you be like, okay, where them niggas at? Exactly. I'm telling you right now, if you didn't know that Daryl Hall and John Oates were white, and you heard this song, you swear on a stack of Bibles that these dudes were black. This song was number one on the R&B chart, deservedly so, because it's a great R&B song. It also made number one on the pop chart. Definitely deserved to be a number one song. It was only number one for 1 week though, which is strange, but definitely was a major hit and go.
Yeah. This is their best song in my opinion. This song is a banger, and I think you'd be hard pressed to find somebody who did not agree with me. Absolutely deserved to be number one. I love the song. I love playing it. It has a wonderful rhythm, bass line,
melody,
melody,
arrangement. The vocal arrangement is tremendous.
This is probably a perfect song.
Yeah,
I can't think of anything about it that I would criticize. So it is baffling to see that it was at number one for 1 week.
Yeah.
Maybe it sounded too black for people.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Pop radio liked it, but probably was like, hey, too many niggas like this song. We need to get it up and out of here. So.
And to see what it was overthrown by. Mm-hmm. We'll get to that. But again, this is a perfect song. In my opinion, their best song. This is a song that I have to repeat several times. Wonderful, wonderful song.
So
Definitely
okay,
deserve to be number one.
you say this is their best song.
Yeah,
Is better than Sarah Smile.
yeah, I think
It's
so.
better than She's Gone.
I think so.
It's better
Yeah,
than Man Eater.
yeah,
It's better than
yeah.
One on One.
I think so. I think I just like the style of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I mean that was what I'm saying is that tells you something right there, man. It tells you these guys were fucking beasts, man. Because they, you can run down a list of songs by these cats, man. We're like, damn, these dudes
Uh-huh.
had their discography, man, is fucking banging.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
They
yeah,
were a fantastic group,
yes,
and
yes,
you know, they put out lots of hits, and even ones that didn't like go to number one were still hits.
yeah.
And
A lot of top 40
people,
hits, a lot of top 40
yeah,
songs, yeah.
and people love them to this day, and they still play together,
Yeah.
and yeah,
And the thing that I respect Hall and Oates most is that they did not appropriate black music. They actually believed it, loved it. They wasn't doing their sound was not just to get hits. They actually you tell these dudes actually love R&B music. You can tell that is the foundation of their music is rooted in a love for soul music. You know what I mean? And white folks out there, if you're out there listening, this is how you do it. If you're a white
exactly.
group that loves soul music, this is the way you do it. You follow that blueprint, and you'll be just fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I have to agree with that because a lot of times when you see people like trying to incorporate, like,
Timberlake.
and yeah. So in this day and age, when people are like, oh, I want to move from a pop sound to a more, hip hop R&B sound.
Christina
Usually
Aguilera.
are you saying that she was good at it? Or
No,
what?
I'm talking about artists who tried to incorporate white artists who tried to incorporate soul into their music, but what they wind up coming off as being extra. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Now I'll say that I'm not the biggest fan of Justin Timberlake, but I'll say he did it right, for the most part.
He did it. He of all the artists, I guess after Hall and Oates, he did it the most right, but he was still extra. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
still, he was like, okay, once he crossed over into that plateau and got that respect, he just kept going. He kept on. Like, dude, you made it in. Okay, you're part of the family now. Chill. He just kept on and on and on. You know what I mean?
And now he's not really known for.
Exactly.
From what I know, that his last album was whack, and people are like, what in the world?
To my Man of the Woods.
Yeah.
I love Filthy. Filthy, I thought, Filthy. I thought Filthy was great. The rest of the album sucked ass. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I say he did it right. But yeah, as you said, a lot of people just they should follow the blueprint of Hall and Oates. Do what you like. Do it genuinely. Don't try to cash in because it's you have somebody like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah. There you go, man.
I mean, good Lord. Yeah. I hate her because she took hip hop and ran with it and acted like, this is her new style. This has been me this whole time. And then later on, she disowned it. I mean, good Lord. What she tried to do with it was cash in and shed off the kiddie Disney persona. That's not how you do it. That's not how you do it at all. You can tell she has no love for the music.
None.
And no reverence for the audience or the artist or anything. Just, I'm making money because this is what's popular these days.
You know what I think would happen with Miley Cyrus? And I'm being 100% real when I say this, man. I think when she appropriated black music and the door got open for her and she got in there and she realized when the first time she got passed around by 4 or 5 niggas and got smashed into unconsciousness, she's like, second thought, I need to go back to Liam.
And I need to go back and start doing pop and country again.
Yeah, because these motherfuckers play for keeps.
It's a shame. She's a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
I mean, not that she's not, still out there making money, but I'm just like, what she did was kind of despicable. And for any white pop leaning artist, that's not how you do it.
All I know
You
is, white girls out there listening, and you're a singer. Life is different once you get carried around the room by a black dude.
you know, I don't like saying
Life
that.
changes.
I don't like to say that because we don't know exactly what happened about it.
Come on now, it's obvious. It's obvious.
I don't know if it's obvious because we weren't there.
She got tossed up. You can tell. Dude, I've been in this game long enough to know when somebody been tossed up. She got tossed. She got tossed and tossed well.
I'll refrain from saying that because I don't know.
Okay, well,
but
I don't have video, but I know the look. Okay.
I just, again, I have lots of disdain for her.
Okay.
And we're not even talking about her. We're talking about Hall & Oates.
Yeah. Let's go back to it. Yeah. Okay.
And you know, again, a group that they love music. How about that? They love music.
Yes.
They want to make good music.
Yes.
And they want to do it right.
They did.
So if that's the kind of artist that you are, take some tips from them.
Yes, absolutely. Like you say, they did it right, and they are legends because of it.
Yes.
All right. Their membership in the black community is solid gold, platinum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only way they could lose the card is you know, if they start saying Trump, MAGA. And I don't think they would.
Nah, they would, man. Look at it this way, man. If they're driving through a black neighborhood and their car break down, you know what I mean? On the seediest, nastiest, most drug-infested, gang-ridden street in America, you know, and their car break down, and dude's like, "What you doing here?" "Oh, that's Hall & Oates, dog. That's Hall & Oates. Oh shit! Come on, man. Let's get you need a new alternator? Let's change the tire for him." Come to Big Mama house. She cooking right now.
Well, all they'd have to do is sing for him.
Yeah. The whole neighborhood come out. It's Hall & Oates.
Yep.
Yes, they get mad respect from the black community. Mad respect. Okay. So Daryl Hall and John Oates, if you out there listening, thank you.
Yes, thank you. You get the crown.
Yes. All right, next up, the song that knocked Hall & Oates off of the platform is the Jay Giles Band, Centerfold. And this was a huge hit for them in 1982. Jay Giles Band was a band, I think, out of Boston. And they had some novelty hits, you know, early on in their career, but their album Freeze Frame featured had some great songs, and it featured Centerfold, which was a huge hit. And me personally, I absolutely adore Centerfold. I adore it. Angel was the centerfold. Angel is the centerfold. Whatever. I still listen to the song to this day. It's just something about this tune that's really catchy. I like the video. Everything about this song, I just fucking liked. It has a great melody to it, a great hook, everything. So, it's a great story, you know, about this dude looking through a magazine and he sees his girl from high school and she's, you know, butt ass naked in the Playboy magazine. Hey, great concept. Go, man.
You know, okay. I can agree with you as it is catchy. It is interesting. It's a good concept. Here's what I don't like about it. And back when this came out, I was a child, an actual child. Apparently I was about 1 year old at this point. So I didn't know it when it came out. But what I do remember from hearing the song in the 80s is the Smurfs theme.
The what?
So, the Smurfs.
Oh, na 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 na. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's almost the same thing.
Yeah.
And every time I hear the song, I think of the Smurfs, and it bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I try to separate those two things, I can see how, you know, this would be a good song that you really like.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard it in a number of years now. Maybe I feel better about it. But I've always had the issue of, this is a Smurf song. And I can't listen to it. So after we're done with this, I might listen to it. But I can see how people will really like it. It's not terrible. It really isn't. I just have that one little uh, bias against it. It's weird. Not a bad song though.
Absolutely, and I loved it in spite of that. Oh, you made me think of something, man. Quick question. I'm digressing real fast here. Uh, the Smurfs. Uh, of all the Smurfs, who do you think was hitting Smurfette?
Oh man, here's how this goes. Okay,
What?
Smurfette was the only girl in the
In the village.
in the village,
Yeah.
and she was not real.
Mm-hmm.
She, she was created by Gargamel.
Was she?
Yes, but all of the Smurfs were
So
children.
Gargamel was hitting it?
What?
Gargamel was hitting it?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Gargamel wanted to eat Smurfs, just in case you didn't remember that. Uh, um, all the Smurfs were children of Papa Smurf, so they're related. Uh, Smurfette was not technically related to them because she's not real. I don't think these were sexual creatures. I say no.
So how Papa Smurf have all these kids if he wasn't hitting something?
I think he also created them the same way that Gargamel created. Just
so they were all test tube babies.
So I don't know what their magic is. I think they were magical creatures. But Smurfette was created through dark magic, and she was brought in as a plant for the Smurfs because Gargamel just wanted to catch them all and eat them, which is highly ridiculous. But she got turned good and became part of the village. So I think they took her in as a sister. So I would hate to say that anybody was hitting that. Okay, please don't think about that. That's not something we should be thinking about.
All right, man. Like I said, just a question that popped in my head. That's all, man. That's all I'm saying.
That's a horrible question.
Yeah.
That is a horrible question.
I'm just wondering, man. Inquiring minds want to know. I try to give my listeners everything. Okay.
She's not. I mean, just to think about the fact that she was an artificial Smurf. That's not good.
Like I said, I try to give my listeners everything. So.
Good Lord.
Anyways. All right. Okay. Next up, from March of 1982. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. I Love Rock and Roll. It was #1 for 7 weeks. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. I guess you can say were one-hit wonders. I think it was the only big hit that they had. But what one hell of a hit. What a hit to have on your resume. I Love Rock and Roll, a song which has endured and will continue to endure through all annals of time. I wasn't a huge fan of Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. I never was and I never will be. But this one song, they did it with this one song. And I'm sure she's been eating off this song, for the last 30 years and will continue to eat off this song. So it definitely deserved to be a #1 hit. It's just a catchy tune, everything about it. I mean, it's a rock song. It's a rock and roll song. And there is very little about this song that is wrong. So, go.
Right. There is very little about this song that's wrong. This is a great song. This song made her a legend.
Yes.
To this day, she is a legend.
Yes.
Now, she was already a widely loved person, like in the rock scene at that time, and this song just kind of cemented it. She was a good producer and still continues to be a great producer. And but nobody can really name any more songs about her.
No.
Because this song overshadows everything she's ever done.
Yep.
Ever. And maybe for good reason. It is like a lot of songs that go to #1, it is a catchy song. It's kind of simple, but it's, it just kind of hits all the right notes. It's a very good song. And I respect Joan Jett to this day, just in general, for her being a musician and a personality and someone who's talented, but maybe she doesn't want to get out of the shadow of this song. And why would you? You just do something that's masterful. So, #1 for 7 weeks, good job.
Absolutely. So, nothing bad to say there. All right, next up. Number one for 1 week back in May of 1982. Vangelis, Chariots of Fire. And this is the theme song from the movie that won the Oscar for Best Picture in 1982 or 1983, whatever. Anyway, it won the Oscar for Best Picture. It's an instrumental. That's all it is. It's a theme song. I've never seen the movie Chariots of Fire, but it has something to do with white dudes running on the beach or something, or or marathoners or something. Something that I had no desire to watch back then, even less desire to watch now. And the song, I mean, it's a theme song, and how this song became number one is a mystery to me. So, did Chariots of Fire deserve to be number one? Hell no! Hell no! How this song gonna knock Joan Jett off the top? What is it about this song that is like, oh, this song is so great, I gotta listen to it every day, all the time. It's my number one hit. So Vangelis, if you're out there listening, man, fuck you.
Oh God.
Go.
First off, Vangelis is dead.
So here we go again.
he's not dead. I killed him. He's not dead.
Oh, he's not?
He's not dead.
Oh, okay.
But according to Wikipedia, he's 77 years old.
Okay. He damn near dead. Half past dead.
But he's actually, he's a legendary, synth composer.
Man, man, somebody get Vangelis a Kim 7 and a CBC.
I respect him for the type of music that he makes. This song, I do not like it. I do not like this song at all, come to think of it, because it kind of reminds me, it was kind of ubiquitous in the 80s, because you would hear it just kind of all the time, just on TV and on the radio and in other TV shows and such. I've never seen Chariots of Fire either. Never seen the movie. If that is the name of the movie, I've never seen it. But I know this song because I've heard it many different places, and to this day I've heard it many different places, and it's just kind of I don't know how anybody could really like it. It's well done, but who wants to sit here and listen to Chariots of Fire? Does it make you feel like you want to go running down the beach? Does it, or run a marathon? Maybe it's an adrenaline charging song. It makes you feel like you can take on the world. Maybe, I don't know, but I can't think of a time where I'd want to sit down, put on some headphones, and listen to Chariots of Fire. I can't see how this was a number one song. I really cannot. And again, Vangelis, I respect him for the music he has made over the years, but and I respect this song, but it's not a number one hit. It's really not. So my mind is a little blown. I wasn't there though.
This was a white folk song. That's what it was. So that's the only way a song like this can become number one, because white folk like it. Because definitely ain't no brothers out here. You see somebody rolling down the street, with the windows down and the system up, playing Chariots of Fire. and if he did, he was gay. So.
Oh wow!
I'm just playing.
You have to be gay to like this song?
No, I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing. I don't want the LGBTQ community getting on me. All right, so I'm just playing, y'all. These just jokes, okay? All right.
Okay.
No, don't treat me like Tom Brenneman.
Right. Oh wow! The capital of the world.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Next up, from May of 1982, we have Ebony and Ivory by Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder. It was number one for 7 weeks. And this song I put on the level of Air Supply. We talking about a song that's saccharine. And this song was just two legends pandering for a hit. Just like, we needed his song. And you know what, Stevie? Let's do a song together, man. We're going to call it Ebony and Ivory. And we're going to make this song so bland, so lifeless, so saccharine that anyone, you can be a freaking Eskimo and like this song. It don't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Man, go.
Yeah. Just so I won't say saccharine, I'll say that the song is aspartame. Uh, it's a, you know what? The sentiment is nice. You know, a black man and a white man can get together, make a song, and you know, it shows that we can actually come together as one and be friends and love each other. It's great. Yay. Nice sentiment. But the song, yeah, not really good. You know, it's a song that's been parodied many times. I know more parodies of the song than I do the actual song, and I can't imagine wanting to listen to this just at any time. But with the star power behind it, I can see how it could have been number one. You know, it's a doctor's office song. It's a it's an adult contemporary pop song, is what it is. And I can't really fault it for what they tried to do. It's just not, it's not a classic. But I can see how it could have been number one, not for 7 weeks, but maybe one. Uh, Not for me, but I applaud them for what they tried to do.
Side by side on my piano keyboard. Oh Lord.
My piano is what they say, piano.
Whatever, man. All right. No, it did not deserve to be number one. This song was manipulative. It manipulated people because you can't say anything bad about Stevie or Paul because he's a Beatle. He's blind, so it's like you can't
It's not
even be
because he's
critical
blind.
of
He's
it.
a freaking musical genius.
Yeah.
It's not because he's blind.
What I'm saying is, folks were reluctant to say anything bad about Stevie, man, because of the whole blind factor. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, who cares that he's blind? If he was like, a devil, then who cares he's blind? But he's a good man who actually cares about people, and he makes really good music, and he always has. So, that's why I don't want to say anything bad about Stevie Wonder. He's
That
a
too,
national
man.
treasure.
Okay,
Huh?
that too. And all right. Anyways, so next up after Ebony and Ivory, we have the Human League with "Don't You Want Me." It was number one for 3 weeks back in July of 1982. The Human League was this British pop new wave type group or whatever. They had some hits in the early 80's and then they fell apart like most of those new wave British pop groups back in the day. Don't You Want Me? It had a nice little melody to it, whatever. It was a harmless song, whatever. The lead singer had a decent voice, so I mean, it was whatever. Go.
That's all you have to say about it. Uh,
It was. I mean, there was nothing really outstanding about the song. It was actually the hook kind of came kind of redundant to me and kind of wore on me a little bit to where I couldn't really listen to it. Don't you want me? I mean, it was fine, for its time, whatever, man. But this song is not a song that is on the tip of my tongue in 2020 when I'm reminiscing about the 80's. I guess it's just I guess it deserved to be number one. It was alright, it's alright.
all right. I'll have to say, I love this song. I love this song. I have my copy of the Human League album Dare, which this album is on. I have it right here, right beside me, actually, on vinyl.
All right, TMI.
Because I love this song and I love that album. I'm a Human League fan, and there's just something about this song. I don't know. It grabs me. I love it. I like the kind of electronic synth pop style of it. I like the man and woman dichotomy there. I like what they're singing about. This man is like begging this woman not to leave him because you're not going to succeed without me because I made you who you are. She's like, nope, I'm going off to be myself, and I thank you, but I have to do this on my own. And but what it really is a stalker song. It is one of the 80's best stalker songs, and I am a fan of it. I do think it deserves to be
Stalker
number
music,
one.
man. That's a
Yes,
genre now.
yeah, this is this is a no, it's not a genre, but you know, it's if there were a genre, this would be at number one. The stalker stalker pop, stalker wave. That's what it is. So I'm into it. Yeah, deserve to be number one.
All right, I guess.
I
well,
mean, I get what you're saying about like I do agree that the I can see how the chorus could become redundant and kind of grate on you totally. In fact, I was in Walmart yesterday and it came on, and you know the amount of times that the chorus repeats maybe goes on a little too long,
over and
especially
over.
at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But I get that. But I love it. I can't help it.
Over and over and over and over again. Okay, but I will say this much: Human League, they had a song I think on their follow up album called Fascination. I love Fascination.
Yeah,
Keep
Faststation's a
feeling
great song.
fascination. I love that song. Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
You know the thing is
Hey,
they
hey, hey, hey. What?
what one thing I like about Human League is they started out as kind of a darker kind of electronic band, and the album that song came from, Dare, was their um, attempt at making pop hits, I guess.
Well,
And
it
I think
worked.
it worked. It
Yeah.
worked really well. And you know they did kind of fall apart after this, but it was because they didn't expect this album to do well. They really didn't. It was kind of they didn't have a lot of faith in it. Like they were like, we're just gonna do something, and it like went through many producers and a lot of personnel, and it was kind of a failure as far as like the production of it. But it ended up being a
Dude,
great
dude,
album.
dude. You know way too much about Human League, man.
Because I'm a fan of like really I am a fan of it.
Okay.
Of everybody that we've talked about it, I'm a big fan of Human League. Sorry, maybe more than a lot of people are, but this is a great album. It really is, and the song is fantastic.
Okay, dude. Yeah, you know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go on the history of Human League.
That's okay. It's quite all right, man. You know, here at What Lonzo Thinks, we bring you all of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
The
now you know.
underbelly and everything.
Exactly.
Okay. Next up is Survivor with Eye of the Tiger, which was number one for 6 weeks. It's the theme song from Rocky 3, which was a huge hit. Rocky 3 was the biggest movie of 1982. And the song was a huge hit. It definitely fit the movie. If it obviously the song was made for the movie because they even mentioned Eye of the Tiger. Apollo Creed does in the film, so obviously this is a song that was made for that movie by Survivor. I had never heard of Survivor before this song. I didn't know the band even existed. And they had one more hit song after that, "The Search Is Over," which was a decent song. But yeah, it definitely deserved to be number one. It's another song where the chorus gets kind of redundant or whatever, but still, I mean, but it's still a catchy tune, and the lead singer had a distinctive voice, which really kind of set the song off. So the lyrical content was great, and it definitely fit the movie. So it's definitely an '80s song, and it deserved to be number one. Go.
Yeah. I don't really know what else to say about it because you said it. I mean, everybody knows the song. This is an iconic song, and really the you don't know who Survivor is. To this day, people don't really know Survivor. But if you say the band Survivor, you know the Tiger. That's really what you know.
Yeah.
And you know they became like the Rocky Band because they also did the theme song of Rocky Four,
Oh, did they?
which is Burning Heart. So
Okay.
yeah, they became the Rocky Band. They didn't. I don't think they worked on Rocky Five, but anyway, yeah, this is a great song. It is it's another one of those positive songs. Get you in the mood for activity. So You know, go out there and take on the day. Go and take on your challenges.
The move for activity.
Activity. You know, whatever you're gonna do. You know, you go out and you're gonna go get that job. You know, you're gonna beat the crap out of the guy in the boxing ring. You're gonna I don't know. You're gonna win the baseball game. You know, I'm the Tiger.
Your chosen words, man. Okay.
You know, I don't know, but the point of what I'm saying is, you know, it has kind of everybody knows what Eye of the Tiger is. If you say Eye of the Tiger, not just the song, you know what it means.
Yeah, well, you've been doing extra with that. No activity.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel
Anyway,
you, man.
it's a good song, and I think it deserves number one.
Right on, dog. All right. Next up, Steve Miller Band with Abracadabra. It was number one for 2 weeks. Now, this is another song where it was highly redundant. Steve Miller is one of the, he was an icon of the 70s or whatever, that guitar rock or whatever. You know, he has a very iconic song. Now I forget the name of it. Fly Like an Eagle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, The Joker was another great song of his. So I had the Steve Miller Greatest Hits album CD back in the day. So yeah. I've got feels for Steve Miller Band, but the song Abracadabra, I mean, it was a pop song, kind of a sellout song. You know, it was basically like a little comeback for him or whatever, and like I said, it was just really redundant. So it's not a song that endures for me, But I guess in the day and age that like I said, it was a catchy pop 80s song. So yeah, it deserved to be number one. Go.
I wish I could go into a lot of detail on this like I have the past two songs. I cannot, because I don't know this song.
Point proven. It was an 80s song, man. There you go. Thanks for validating what I just said. It's unremarkable.
I think if I heard it, I'd know it. But at this very moment, it's not coming to me. So I'll have to say N.A. because I don't know. I really don't know about the song.
Well, check it out. You would think Tony M wrote this song, man, because of the hook.
Oh, really?
Wow. The hook is Abra, Abracadabra. I want to reach out and grab you.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I mean, this song be perfectly followed up by saying you're just a simpleton that bust you like a pimple.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we can get Tony M to go and remake this song.
Co-written by Tony M. Abracadabra. The remix.
Boy, you're gonna get his niece or whatever back on this channel.
Fuck that bitch.
How nice.
Lickety split, I get old shit.
Oh, let's not talk about it, okay?
It's time to get ignorant.
I always say though, he had a voice. He even had a smooth rapping voice. But we're not talking about him.
No, we're not talking about Tony M. But Tony M, you out there listening?
We're talking about Steve M, okay?
Okay.
And his band.
Okay.
And I know the other Steve Miller Band songs, but this one I do not know. N.A.
Okay. So, anyways, point proven. All right. Next up is Chicago with So Hard For Me to Say I'm Sorry. It was number one for 2 weeks, and that was 2 weeks too many, because this song fucking sucks. This is like the whitest song ever in the history of music. I think back in the day, man, if this song was on the radio and you turned it on, milk actually oozed out of the radio.
Wow.
This song is so white. White folk be like, damn, this song is white. God damn.
Wow. Casper Rock.
What?
Casper Rock.
Yeah, exactly. Casper Rock. Exactly, man. Exactly. So did it deserve to be number one? Hell no. But like I said, white folks loved it. So there you go.
People like Chicago. I know.
What about Chicago?
Yes, exactly. What about Chicago?
Yeah, what about?
Yeah. You can stop black on black crime. Then we can start talking about Black Lives Mattering.
What about Chicago? They killing each other in Chicago.
How come you ain't saying nothing about the death toll in Chicago? Talking about this one black man killed in Atlanta. What about, the 450 people who got shot over the weekend in Chicago? 450 people, really? More people got killed in Chicago than they died of COVID-19.
Man, stop. Don't even get me going on that one, yo.
I mean, Chicago is the go-to when it comes to whataboutism.
Yeah, but
Chicago.
But one of the things they failed to kind of touch on, man. Like for example, there were more shootings in Los Angeles than there were in Chicago.
Yeah.
There are more shootings in Los Angeles than Chicago. But I guess since the shootings in L.A. are black and Latino and everybody else is more of a mixture, it's okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shootings in New York. Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah. Exactly.
And in Florida.
In Miami. Yeah.
Lots of different places are overrun with gun violence, and nobody cares.
But did you know a quick fun fact that more people are dying of opioid overdoses than shootings? Did you know that?
Yes, I did know that.
Okay.
But guess what?
What?
You know why there's no whataboutism when it comes to opioid death?
Because it's white people.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When black people are on crack, nobody cares about that.
No.
When white people are on opioids, it is a crisis of the highest degree. We need help.
Yeah, it's a health crisis.
I don't like to do black versus white. I don't like to talk about that type of thing, but you kind of have to because it's out there in the open. Like, it's easy to see and nobody wants to talk about it. And nobody cares about anything if it's happening to black people. And the only time you want to talk about what's happening to black people is when you want to deflect from something that's happening to everybody that you don't want to stop. You don't want to say that's a problem. So when you say that black people are being killed by police and we want that to stop, well, what about in Chicago? Y'all got to stop killing each other. Okay, that's something we can work on. But at the same time, in places that are not Chicago, when people are getting their necks crushed by police, you talk about that too. Please, let's talk about that. So it's highly frustrating.
Yes, it is. But we're digressing.
Yes, the Chicago we're talking about right now doesn't have black on black crime.
No. But it has Peter Cetera, which is just as bad.
He is a well-known singer from the 80s. Lots of fans of Chicago. People like him, and they like him as a solo artist, and they like the band Chicago. And they tour, and they sell out arenas to this day. This is not a good song, though. I don't like Chicago. I don't like their music. Why would this will be number one? I can get it. Adult-oriented rock again. That type of stuff does go to number one, and that's why this is. But it's not a good song. I ain't into it, but thumbs up for you if you like it. I can't really hate you for it.
I will say this much: "Stay the Night." Great song by Chicago, my favorite Chicago song. Great music video. If you don't believe me, go to YouTube and check out "Stay the Night" by Chicago, one of the greatest music videos of the 80s. So
I wouldn't want to stay the night in Chicago. Ain't a big deal.
That too.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, October of 1982, John Cougar Mellencamp with Jack and Diane. Now, it was number one for 4 weeks. Now, this is John Cougar Mellencamp's signature song, and it is a great fucking song. Love me some Jack and Diane. It's a visual song. This song tells a great story. It's heartbreaking. It's heartwarming. This is a really, really, really good song that really endures, and you know it's a spare song. There's not a whole lot of instrumentation. You know, you got the drums, you got the acoustic guitar, you got the hand claps. Everything about this song, whoever produced this song did a magnificent fucking job with it. They really brought out the best in the singer and made the most of a song that really does not have a whole lot to it to make it so indelible. So so yeah, I give mad props out. I'm a huge John Cougar Mellencamp fan anyway. He's like, to me, he's like a poor person's Bruce Springsteen. You know, with an actual singing voice. He has a much better singing voice than Bruce.
Yeah.
Um, so so yeah, big ups to Jack and Diane, which is a classic song. Big ups, go.
Yeah, it's a pretty good song. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of John Mellencamp, but um, I can see why you like it. You know, it's interesting. It does have a good story. It has a very interesting arrangement, like you said. It has it has very interesting instrumentation. Like it uses like rattles and stuff in it. You know,
Yeah.
it's very very interesting. It is if nothing else, is worth listening to just for the story. I think. Uh, and you know, John Mellencamp is a great guitarist. He really is a great guitarist. So let's do it for his skill on there. But it's not my favorite song. And again, I'm not the biggest fan of him. But does this deserve to be number one? Sure, I'm okay with it.
Oh, okay. All right. So nothing else to say about that. All right. Next up is Men at Work with Who Can It Be Now? Now, Men at Work was a band from Australia. They had a couple hits in the early 80's and then they faded off into obscurity. And this song here is another song that is definitely an 80's song that really worked my fucking nerves. It was real redundant. And I really saw Men at Work as a novelty act because they had like comedy in their videos. And it was just something about these guys. Look, to me, made me feel like they weren't taking their music seriously. They were just, you know, that's just my vibe that I got from them. These guys weren't dedicated to their music. And it kind of played out, you know, in their songs because their songs had a novelty, comedic type of feel to it, you know. And, you know, whatever. I mean, you know, did it deserve to be number one? No, I don't think so. This, you know, it was catchy. Who can it be now? I get why it was number one. It was only number one for a week, so people caught on. Wait a minute, it's on number one? Nah, hell no. Let's just give him a week and tell him to get the fuck on. So anyway, there you go. Your turn.
Yeah, I kind of like the comedic side of them. This song is pretty good. I didn't like it when I was a child. You know, I remember hearing it back then. I didn't really quite like it, but I started to like it as I grew up a little, and I like it a lot now. Men at Work in general, you know, I think they were very serious about their music, but they, you know, it's good they can inject humor into things they do. Like in, you know, the other song that people like, Laying Down Under, you know, very, very comedic in that, you know. But this song, it's got a good little saxophone line in it, and it's interesting music. I like the video. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a number one song. Like, I would have never pegged it to be number one. But it being number one is all right. I have no problem with it. For 1 week, that's fine. It's a decent song. I like it.
Fuck them. All right.
Whoa.
All right. Next up is from November 1982, Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warnes, "Up Where We Belong." It was number one for three for 3 weeks, and up where we belong. This is this was from what song? What movie was this from? It was from a movie. Officer and the Gentleman. Was that it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it was from Officer and the Gentleman. Love lift us up where we belong.
Oh, and that is what it sounds like.
Yeah, and Joe Cocker, he's a legend and everything. You know, he didn't have the greatest singing voice or whatever, but he's just something about him that once again, Joe Cocker. If Joe Cocker, started in 2020, he would never get a record deal. But because dude, he had like cerebral palsy or something. What was wrong with him?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, some sort of something was wrong with him. But whatever handicap he had, he made the most of it or whatever. But this song, once again, you know, hard to say I'm sorry was white. This song was so white. Even Chicago be like, damn, your song is white. So did it deserve to be number one? Nah, I'm gonna say no. You know, but staying in compliance with the Disabilities Act. I'm not gonna rag on Joe Cocker because he was mentally, not mentally, but physically challenged. And so yeah, I want to be compliant when it comes to the Disabilities Act. So there you go.
Wow, it's weird that that's what you will cut him slack for, huh? Uh, of the things you say about some people, this is you give him some leeway because Disabilities Act.
Oh, what did he say? Is there some controversy involving Joe Cocker that I need to know about?
No, I'm just saying like you don't cut people slack most of the time. So
No.
to say, oh, he was handicapped, I won't say anything about it.
I mean, he did have some sort of a disability, so I want to be respectful of the motherfucker's disability.
Don't think he had cerebral palsy because he could walk and stuff.
He had something. He had some sort of disablement. You know what I mean? I don't know what that disablement was. I didn't look it up. I didn't research it. I guess I don't care enough to research it.
Yeah, right. You're like, oh, he had AIDS.
The nigga was fucked up. What can I say? He fell out the window, and there was like this glass house, kind of like a greenhouse. The nigga fell through that, and ever since then he could develop a speech impediment.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't Joe. It wasn't Joe Cocker. It wasn't Tony Rockahara that fell through. It was Joe Cocker. They got it mixed up. It wasn't Tony Rockahara.
Okay. I have to look it up. I didn't know that.
Do you know who Tony Rockahara is? Folks out there listening? So.
Oh, for the folks. Go ahead and explain.
Tony Rockahara? The Samoan dude? That Marcellus Wallace had him thrown out a window for giving his wife a foot massage?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
the nigga fell through that. And since then, he developed a speech impediment.
Yeah.
Damn shame.
That did not happen to Joe Cocker. But anyway, my thoughts on this song. Aspartame.
Okay.
And this song freaking sucks. I do not like it. It is not for me. Just a sappy love song duet. I know it. Everybody knows it. It's a very well-known song, but that doesn't make it a good song. But some people, apparently think that it is good because it was number 1 for 3 weeks, and good for him and them, and great. But I don't think it's a good song, and I will never just listen to it. It's probably like something that would come on the radio and I switch it. But I don't listen to the radio, so I'd never hear it, right? No, not a good song.
I agree. But for the Individuals, Americans with Disabilities Act, we are in compliance. Okay. All right, next up is Lionel Richie with Truly from November 1982. It was number 1 for 2 weeks. And of course, Lionel Richie, he's an icon of pop and soul music and everything. He was one of the founding members of the Commodores and everything, which was a great soul group from back in the 70s and everything. So he gave us some great music from the early to mid 80s and everything as a solo artist and everything. Then he kind of fell off, and now he's like on American Idol, and he's like 70 years old. Looked like he had so much plastic surgery and everything that Anyway. But Lionel Richie made history with the song Truly, though. He's the first. Is the first time in the history of. This is a fun fact. First time in the history of music that a black man made a song that was so white. These white folks were like, damn, this song is white. Like, okay, Lionel, you can come in. You can be with us. Come on, shit. You trying this damn hard. Come on, shit. Motherfucker.
Wow.
This song's not a bad song. It just, this song is just freaking sappy and saccharine and just pandering for a hit. And of course, Lionel knew how to make hits. He knew what was hot at that time and what would get him over. And he knew that white folks would love this song, so he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go all in, balls deep in this song. I'm gonna make the whitest song ever in the history of black music. White folks gonna like me whether they like it or not."
Oh, wow.
So go, man.
Aspartame, saccharin, Splenda, sweet and low.
Yeah.
That's what this song is. Just a ballad. Oh boy. Lionel Richie. Again, he's somebody I respect. He is an icon, and he has made some good music in his life. But he's also, and when you think about the '80s, you think about Lionel Richie being this balladeer, and that's what he's taken the mantle of balladeer to the next level on the song, and he's singing his heart out. He loves it, and I give him some credit for putting his heart into it for the goal that he was trying to achieve, which is to make a very sweet and low song, and
make tons of money.
Make tons of money.
Yeah.
People love Lionel Richie.
Yeah, they do.
He to this day he sells out his tours.
Yeah.
And he just gets up on stage, and people want to hear this stuff. They don't want to hear his new stuff. They want to hear this right here.
Yeah.
And
they don't hear the Commodore stuff either. They don't want to hear Machine Gun.
No. They don't want to hear the black Lionel Richie.
No.
They want to hear this. And, okay, give that man a ton of money. I guess he deserves it. And for that, this deserves to be a number one hit. But that doesn't mean it's a good song that deserves to be there. But he did it. Like, oh, wow. Lionel Richie, he made the song he was trying to go for. I like when people achieve their goals, So... he did it.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. He did achieve his goal. So, kudos to you, Lionel Richie, if you're listening. But I got one question for Lionel. If you're out there listening, Lionel, I got one question for you, man, and one question only. So I'm going to ask this question, and I want to answer, okay? So I want you to subscribe, Lionel, sign up for notifications, and comment below. Okay, Lionel, this is what I want to know. Okay, Lionel, when you sold your soul, did you keep the receipt? That's all I want to know.
Well, I can tell you.
Is the barcode still legible?
Well, that's the thing. I can tell you that. He kept it, but it's been so many years, it's faded. So now you can't do anything about it.
The barcode faded, man.
Not just the barcode, the whole thing. The page is white. Actually, it's kind of cream colored now. It has some mildew on it.
Oh, yeah.
So he can't do anything about it now. But would he want to? Because the man is rich, okay?
Yes, he is.
So there you go.
Yeah.
But he achieved his goal, and he attained what lots of people cannot attain to this day. So
absolutely.
Good for him.
Absolutely. But that don't change. They don't change anything though. Okay. Don't change a damn thing. This motherfucker, he went to a fucking HBCU.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? Come on, man.
I mean,
damn it, Lionel. Shit.
And
what?
And his daughter is not his daughter, and he was able to have a white daughter.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely crossed over. This motherfucker. Once he crossed over, he just kept on going. He said, "Fucking bye," shit.
I mean, I have nothing. I hate sin. I shouldn't have said that. I have nothing wrong with white people at all. I think we're all people, okay? Uh, I don't like to, say black and white. I don't like saying
Get off my porch, you!
I won't do that. But he made it. He made it.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And Kunta would not be proud. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Toby would, though. Toby would.
And Kizzy Cornbread. All right. All right, enough about that food. All right, next up is Tony Basil with Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you so fine. You so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. This was a novelty song. Only she's a one-hit wonder. Tony Basil. She was a renowned choreographer who got a record deal and did an album and made some money and had a huge hit song with Mickey. Definitely an 80s song with no redeeming value whatsoever. So, did it deserve to be number one? Hell no! But it was. So, there you go. So, Tony, once again, congratulations, I guess. So, go.
This is actually an iconic song from the 80s. That doesn't make it a good song.
No, it doesn't.
But everybody knows it, and it's popular, and it is actually it's iconic. Everybody, it's that kind of song.
It's guys like you, Mickey.
And I don't hate it. It is grating. It is annoying.
Yes.
It is one note.
Yeah.
It has a very garish video, but it's not bad. And I really respect her actually, because I do know about her work as choreographer.
Yeah.
And to this day she still does it, and she actually helps kids with dancing and things like that. Often underprivileged kids.
Yeah, but that don't make this song sound no better.
No, it does not. It does not.
Okay.
I'm just expressing my respect for her. She may have made a bad song, but she made a bad song that went to number one, and it actually endures as a song of the 80s, whether it's a good song or not. So it's not a terrible song. I don't think you'll find anybody who's like, God, I love that song. But, as a novelty song that maybe will play, in a movie or in a commercial or on I Love the 80s, which it certainly would.
Hosted by Leif Garrett.
Yeah.
And Danny Bonaducci.
Danny Bonaducci.
Yeah.
Anybody from that era.
Yeah.
No, it's not a number one song, but respect to you, Tony.
Right on. All right, next up is those guys again, Daryl Hall and John Oates. Yeah, those guys. Daryl Hall and John Oates with Man Eater. It was number one for 4 weeks. It closed out in 1982. It was the last number one song of 1982. And Man Eater is one of my favorite Hall and Oates songs. I don't know. Once again, we said this before. Hall and Oates, they have so many great songs. So you're splitting hairs when it comes to dissecting their music. But it's just something about Man Eater that I love the hook. It's once again, it just had that soulful kick to it, but it was pop enough to where white folks liked it, so it made it on the pop radio, but it had enough soul in it to where black folks like, yeah, I can play this shit at the party too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. That can be a hip hop song. You know what I'm saying?
It could be.
Exactly.
It could be.
She's a man eater.
I'll bet somebody's actually done it.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody sampled it. Yeah, absolutely.
I need to look that up.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody did. I mean, you had that bass line, doom, 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 doom. I mean, this song is a catchy tune. You know what I mean? And it definitely. These dudes were just anomalies when it came to the 80s, man. Their shit was on the, they was playing chess while everybody else was playing checkers in the 80s, man.
Right.
Straight up, man. So, props.
Really, they were playing chess, like championship chess,
Yeah.
while everybody was playing like Chutes and Ladders.
Exactly.
It's,
Connect
uh,
Four.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
counting with an advocates because uh, they they were masters of their craft. Really, I know we just went over them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I perhaps said all that I need to say about them. But if you notice, they started the year with number one and ended number one too.
Yeah.
Uh, just that just shows they knew what they were doing. Like they really couldn't go wrong. Now this song was at number one for 4 weeks, much longer than not much longer, but longer than I Can't Go For That, which is interesting. But I can see it because it reached out more to
Yeah.
the white crowd than
exactly.
the other song did. But like you said, everybody loves this song. I mean, in fact, this song itself, "Man Eater," is perhaps a more iconic song than the other. More people seem to know it than maybe anything else they've done. I think I could be wrong about that, but just these guys, they knew how to do it totally, and there are no bad things to say about it. Like I said, the bass line, the vocal delivery, just oh God,
What?
yeah. No, I'm just like this is it's a masterful song. These guys are just on top. I can't. I'll just sit here and gush over them. So let's stop doing that. Absolutely deserve to be number one.
I agree 100%. Absolutely.
They
And
bookended 1982. Isn't that great?
yes, they did. Perfect. Perfect ending. To the year, and that's a good stopping point for me. So that's 1982 and Man Eater. So we're gonna stop here and we're gonna pick this back up with part 3 of our series of 80s hits who deserve to have a number one. So that being said, subscribe, sign up for notifications. I need my subscribers. I'm pushing 4,000 subscribers. I have 300 and some odd subscribers, and I appreciate y'all because you guys are my family. You always hitting me up. We've become a collective group. Okay, so I appreciate y'all, but I do need you to get out there and subscribe and get folks to subscribe. Really pump it up for me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so I appreciate everyone out there. Keep doing your thing. Hit me up on Twitter at WhatLonzoThinks. Email me at whatlonzothinks@gmail.com. Like I said before, I've said it many times. Let's turn it into a pyramid scheme where you got to bring somebody in under you. Okay? Whenever you sign up, bring somebody in with you as well, so we can do this damn thing. So, you got any parting shots?
All I'll say is this is very important, y'all. Wear a mask.
And wash your hands. And social distance. Yeah.
That's very important. Mm-hmm. Washing your hands,
mm-hmm.
being clean.
Yeah.
But at this very moment, we already know it's airborne.
Yes.
And we have to take care of everybody around us. That's what wearing a mask is about. It's not about protecting yourself so much as protect everybody else.
It's about not being selfish.
Exactly. So please, I have to extol that because people don't seem to get it. Please.
I agree, 100%. Absolutely. So, that being said, what do you think about the 80s so far, the songs that we talked about? Are we wrong about some of the songs? Did Vangelis deserve to be number one? You know what I mean? In Chicago, the actual greatest group ever. I mean, and white folk. I mean, no shade on white folk. I love white music. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with a song being white, just like there's nothing wrong with a song being black. Okay?
Do you love Lionel Richie?
Lionel Richie, Lionel's an icon. So I got love for Lionel. He just sold his soul for a jelly roll. Okay, fine. I cut me a check, Lionel. Damn it.
Absolutely not. Yeah. He wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. So, anyways, chime in, comment, let us know what you think about the 80s and these songs and these artists and whether or not me and Jake are way off base, don't know what the fuck we're talking about. So, either way, hit me up, comment below. Let me know what you think, because goddamn it, you just heard what Lonzo thinks. Bye.